Ladies and gentlemen, although I'm guessing mostly gentlemen, welcome to the video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to raise your testosterone levels naturally without using any type of supplements, without using any type of magical herbs like Tongkat or Fadogia agrestis or anything like that. Because usually when people talk about testosterone, what we know is the TRT, right? How's it called? SARMs or something? The things that you inject and you get artificial testosterone from an outside source. But in this video, we're going to be talking about something which is not a secret, make no mistake, but it is still kind of overlooked and not a lot of people seem to be talking about this. If you already know, or if you don't know, there is a statistic that shows that testosterone has been decreasing steadily for 1% each year in modern men. This is a very alarming issue. I don't understand why this is not being discussed enough. And if we keep going on with the same type of regress in testosterone, who knows where we're gonna end up. I hope it's not gonna happen. I hope we'll be able to be in control of our bodies, be in control of our lives and the environment so that it doesn't affect us negatively. Now, recently I watched a very well-researched video by some guy on YouTube, and he showed the evidence that testosterone is being decreased or is decreasing in modern men, mostly because of these fancy words. I'm not gonna pretend that I know those words, but it sounds some like pesticides. So those things can be found in plastic, can be found in tap water, in, for example, meat, which is mass produced and mass farmed, and you can find them in grocery stores or supermarkets. So he says that we should try to avoid those things. I take that as a valid point. We should be more mindful about how we get our sources of food, where we get them from, what type of choices we make. But besides that, besides talking about products and tangible things, we also have to talk about the mindset. We also have to talk about the change in the collective psyche of modern men and change in many things. And I feel like with the rise of some certain things, other things are gonna fall. So for example, with the rise of comfort in our day-to-day lives, men stopped being so much brave. They are risk averse, so they are afraid to take risks. They are still living in their parents' places. I'm not trying to judge anyone. I'm just saying that we simply have less responsibilities nowadays. We don't have to pay the bills for the young family that we started at the age of 21, which is probably not the case for quite a lot of people. We don't have to think about the war. We don't have to think about the crops and the food. We simply have to be doing the bare minimum, earning some wage, and that's pretty much it. Also, we can see the rise of single men out there. Men stopped dating. Men are more alone nowadays. They're lonely. They're playing video games. They're spending more and more time with themselves and socializing less and less, with the rise of individualism too. Men also watch a lot of adult content. Men are hooked into video games. Men are hooked into smoking weed. Men are hooked into booze and cigarettes. And those type of problems are, like, if you think about it, we already know about those things and we can cut them off. We can start doing those things less and less and eventually kind of break free from addiction and become free mentally, spiritually, and physically. But what happens if you've already tried those steps? What happens if you tried quitting alcohol, tried quitting cigarettes, tried quitting all of these bad habits that you can indulge in, like watching adult content or playing video games? You still need some type of kick. And here's where I reveal the kind of weirdest, at the same time underrated thing that can help you boost your testosterone, and that's gonna be to train legs. Yes, I don't know what you expected with this video. Did you expect me to say a supplement, or did you expect me to do some type of tests or whatever on your body? No, it's gonna be as simple as that: training legs. Now, the reason why I even bothered to make this video about legs and the correlation to testosterone increase is that the truth is, men simply don't train legs. Like, do you think the meme or the stereotype about skipping leg days is just a meme or just a joke? No, quite a lot of men skip leg days and they don't train it. One of the reasons why training legs can result in testosterone increase is that when you train legs, you train 45% muscles of your body. As an example, you go to the gym, you do like a full body workout, right? So you do arms, chest, back, and then legs. But little do you realize that if you divide the muscles in your body, your lower body has 45% of muscles. But what do? We usually classify legs as just like one separate muscle group, and then there's arms, and then there's abs, back, and biceps and triceps, and then legs. But legs is a huge muscle group. So what happens is, when you're training legs, probably you are suffering. If you are not suffering, probably you're not doing it right. And when you do, for example, squats or Bulgarian split squats, lunges, maybe deadlifts, maybe any type of leg presses, when you do all of those exercises, you simply need to put out a lot of energy to get those weights up. And it is no surprise that training legs is really difficult. So your body and your nervous system, to kind of overcompensate for that loss of energy or to be prepared for the struggle in a positive way, will kind of activate a lot of muscles, which is obvious, but also require a lot of energy from your body. Now what happens is you train legs, you are sore, all of your muscles hurt, you come back, and if you've already heard about protein synthesis, then you already know what I'm going to talk about. To build a muscle or increase your muscle mass, what do you need to do? You need to increase your protein synthesis spike. I'm not sure if I'm using the right terms or right words, but that's the idea. You go there, you have that protein synthesis, which is the period where your body starts compensating for all the loss of calories and energy and gets nourished and builds muscle. And guess what muscle group creates like the most protein synthesis? It's your lower body. It's all of the muscles that are situated under your hips. And because it's difficult and because you endure this kind of suffering, all of these things result in increased testosterone. So idea is pretty simple here. You do squats, you do deadlifts, you at the same time improve and strengthen your lower back, and you endure the most muscle breakdown or tear down, if I may, when you are training legs. Plus, as a bonus, you get nice aesthetic looking legs and ass. So train your legs, gentlemen. Don't skip leg days. Increase your testosterone, become better, become stronger, and build the best version of yourself. Like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Signing out.